Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, or evening, or nighttime. It's 6:20 here in California, 55 degrees. How's everyone doing? All righty, let's get ready here. Going to work today. Hello, Sean. Morning, everybody. I'll read the chat later. Right now, gotta drive safely. How's everybody doing this morning, or afternoon, or evening? Hopefully everybody's good. Everybody say hi to each other.
Subscribe. I have videos of all kinds of things, so you can always watch whatever you like and give it a thumbs up or thumbs down. It's all your choice. But it's not that bad a day. It's 55 degrees, 6:22 here in California. So what's everybody up to today? Anything exciting? I'm going to work. Exciting. Well. Let's see here. Sun hasn't peaked out completely yet. Just getting a little bit of sunlight out there. Well, let's see here. So, I was talking about my cousin the other day. When we were working at a furniture store, and then we finished doing that, and then my cousin, he was living with us for a bit, but then he decided to go back home, and because he was gonna bring his wife and his daughter to come and live with us. So he left for a bit. So then I basically still get jobs from Manpower, So I don't know if anybody knows what Manpower is. It's like a company. Basically, you make one application, tell them pretty much, hey, this is what I can do. This is the kind of work I can do. Then they kind of try to find a job for you with whatever you know how to do. And it's pretty good because if you've never worked before, it's a good start. To get your experience, work experience, so that way when you do find a job you want to do and that want to continue. Sun finally come on. All right. So they send you to different places, and they sent me to this. They sent me to this like a warehouse, and this warehouse basically it was a warehouse that did basically different products of like shampoos, conditioners, and stuff like that. It was kind of like an assembly line. So I get there. First day I show up, and some of these places you go to, basically you can work maybe 2-3 days, or maybe just a week, maybe months. Like that furniture one, we were there about 2 months. November, December, until they finally closed up. Because it was closing. So this other place they sent me to was shampoo. They make like different kind of conditioners, shampoos. I don't even remember what it was. I just know it was shampoo bottles. And they go, okay, well, what can you do? Whatever you want to put me at. And there was different areas of the thing, And they go, okay, well, you know what? Come over here. This is going to be your spot. Basically, all the boxes. There was another spot where a person would put boxes on a conveyor belt, and then it would go down the aisle, the little track, and it would you gets to where the bottles are, and the bottles would get dropped into the boxes. Then I was pretty much at the end of the assembly line. My job was there was a machine, because it was the things were just rollers. It was like gravity. There wasn't a conveyor belt. It was rollers. Some places it was a conveyor belt. Where I was, it was just the little wheels. So the boxes would come to where I was, and I push it through the machine. It was a tape machine that would seal up top and bottom. And then it'd come out the other end, and I would pick it up. And there was a pallet next to me, and I would pick up the pallet, the box, put it on the pallet. So it's all like, man, this is what you have to do. Well, okay, I can do that. So I start doing it, and you're doing, I'm there. I guess we're gonna work 8 hours, So there I am, pushing the darn boxes through, picking it up, putting it on the pallet, picking it up, putting it on the pallet, and you're lifting it, with both hands, going lifting both hands, and then it gets kind of working your muscles, especially right in your arm, going up and down, and then so it gives you a pretty good workout, and a couple hours pass, and then it was a break time. It was a 10-minute break. Everybody, whoever smoked or whatever, you had a snack. You get your snack. I think they even had vending machines. And so then I'm like, okay, that was at first I was like, yeah, that's not that bad, But then you keep going and keep going. But then after a while, your muscles, get so worked up. Oh my God, they were like my muscle right here in my, they all do, it's in between, up here. It started like I could feel the muscle kind of like tightening up, and every time I would lift it, it would like tighten up. And, oh my God! And I would like, I would stretch out my arms, and put it on the pallet, stretch my arms, and put it on the pallet. I mean, because I don't even know how many pallets I did that day. I was like, Jesus, this thing in a hand, So it's like, oh, okay. Well, so then you're like, oh man, and then sometimes the machine would break down, something would happen in the assembly line, so you get that little break, it's like you get that little break from getting those boxes and putting on the pallet. Then after I fill up the pallet, then you guys are gonna pick up the guy with the forklift, picks up the pallet, takes it away, It's like, oh, okay, yeah. So then here he puts another pallet down, keep going. Then lunchtime came. I ate some lunch, and then so did that for a while again. Then go back again. 8 hours of lifting, and after a while, then you're I mean, it was for about 30 minutes, your muscles start like tightening up. I would stretch them out. Then after a while, it got used to it, and it wasn't doing that anymore. So I was like, oh, okay, I can do that. And it's not bad, So pretty much did the whole day, and they're like, okay, and then they fill out your time. They fill out your time sheet. They sign your time sheet, and then they're all like, okay, tomorrow, we'll need you again. Okay, I'll be here. So I come back the next day, and it's funny because the guy goes, "Oh, you came back." I'm like, yeah, you said you wanted me to come back. Oh, I guess I go, why'd you say that? Oh, well, usually we get people in here, the first day. That's it. After doing that, they don't come back. They quit. Hard labor, because it did get, I mean, you're working your back. Well, I mean, depending on how you lift, you want to bend your knees, you don't want to bend your back all day, because then you're gonna have back problems, But yeah, so I came back the next day, and he goes, "Oh, okay, well, you know what to do. You did yesterday, so get on that machine." And, it was great because, my arms weren't, and they would stop the machine, and because they would change products, put a different product in the system, and then so then I did that for about 4 hours. And then when I came back from lunch, he's all like, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna move you to a different area." Oh, okay, sure. And then he's all, here you're gonna sit on this stool. There was like a little conveyor belt. Well, not conveyor belt. It was kind of like I don't know if you ever seen any of those videos. Where you want to see if they show you the inside of the factory where they're making stuff. And it's going down this like little track and stuff. And then he goes, well, he goes, you see all these shampoo bottles that are coming down, I guess after the machine, puts the cap on, the cap itself, it's not real tight. So, they don't want it to open up, so they gave me a socket, there was a socket that would fit over the cap, and it wasn't like, because it didn't fit on there like real tight. It was just enough to like, give it tight enough, and then it would just spin, pretty much. So there, I mean, I'm sitting there, and then you got the shampoo bottles, and start, ratcheting the shampoo bottles, And I'm like, this is like back in the 90s, you know. Oh no, 89. Before the 90s, actually, it was like the 80s, like 86, somewhere around there. And so it's like, here I am, taking up the bottles, shampoo bottles, and I'm the only one. And then after I'm tanking, then I just gotta push it along, get the next one, push it along, get the next one. And the bottles were like, then they're like, they're speeding up the damn thing, so it's like, man, more bottles are coming, I don't know if anybody, I don't know how old people are, but there was a show, I Love Lucy, it reminded me that day, it reminded me of that episode there where Lucy goes, she goes to this factory, and it was like a candy factory. There was a conveyor belt, there's these pieces there, and on the conveyor belt, and then she has to pick them up and wrap them, like, kind of like twist them on both ends, and then put it back on the conveyor belt, like that. And this lady would come out, and then, hey, how's it going? And it's all like, oh, good. Because it was going slow at first. And then if you're looking at the episode, the conveyor belt, it starts. The lady comes, oh, so you're doing good, okay. Okay, let's speed it up a little bit more. And then the machine started going, the conveyor belt started going faster, and then she's like, she's going as fast as she can. She's not the only one there, but they're slow, like, oh my God, making these faces, and it was, she was still keeping up, and then the lady comes out again a couple minutes later, and I'm like, oh, how you doing? Good. Oh yeah, you are, good. Speed it up again, and man, that started coming. This candy started coming faster and faster. And she starts like, it's like, oh man, she starts putting them in her mouth and starts eating them. She was wearing this funny looking hat, started hanging in her hat, started like an apron with pockets, she started throwing them in there. And then so like, it was a funny episode. That reminded me. And, there I am, trying to keep up with that conveyor, all those bottles coming through, and I'm like, oh my God, And then I'm like, I'm over here, you figured, I'm going to be sitting down, and they tell you, oh, this is an easy job. You're just going to sit there. Yeah, after a while, it gets, come on, your hand going, tightening, hundreds and hundreds of bottles, And then, it's like, Jesus, I was there after lunch, So I'm like, oh man, time, and then you're like, oh, you wish time flew, but it seemed like forever. Time was not going fast enough. so then I'm like, oh man, I'm all praying, Lord, make it, like break down. Let the machine break down or something, so it would stop, at least stop some of the, for at least for a break or something. Yeah, the machine did kind of mess up. So then, the machine messed up. So I'm like, oh man, a break. I said, at least I gotta get a break now. So yeah, I got a little break. Got a chance to stretch out the fingers and get them going again. And then here we go again. They fix whatever was messed up. And hey, how's I thought comes over? Hey, so how you doing? Good. And so then they basically, do that. And then I believe it was a Friday because I worked there Thursday and this was Friday. So then then break time came, I'm like, yeah, so got a break, 10-minute break. And after that, they come back again, start doing it again. So pretty much did that for 4 hours. I mean, it was like, oh man, never ending. But hey, I did it, and then so the next so Saturday event. So I had Saturday and Sunday off. You would call on the day before, well, yeah, and then the guy at that warehouse, he goes, oh well, that was pretty much it. We finished. We had to finish. So we don't need you. If they need somebody, they'll give you a call. And, okay, so I said, oh well, that's it. So that ended, and then we had I think they called again another day and then find out, hey, got anything available, So it's all like, yeah, you know what? There's this company. Company was called the Grass Farm. Grass Farm. Okay, well, and this was up north. And it was kind of cold. And in the mornings, you had the little frost on, like if you had grass. It was all white, but like it was like snow. So get there. It was like I think we started like around 6 a.m. So you get there. A bunch of people were there. And I don't know if anybody's done field work. Or got in the fields, picking, tomatoes, onions, stuff like that. This was kind of like that, but it was a grass farm. They pretty much grew grass, which was actually they call it sod. You know how when you excuse me. Like at your house, when you don't want to wait for your grass to grow, you go to this company, and it's pretty pricey. I don't know how much it costs, but it costs a lot, to put that in. Basically, it comes all like in a roll, in a pallet, and they go to your yard. After they fix it flat, they wet the dirt down, real good. Then they start laying strips, like a carpet of grass. You got this beautiful looking grass, that's gonna grow on your lawn. Well, our job there, they go, okay, come on guys, everybody come over here, They give you a sack, like a 100-pound sack of potatoes, those bags. I mean, it was like almost like a trash bag, like a 30-gallon trash bag. They go, okay, guys, so this is what you guys are gonna do, So it was like about, I think there was maybe like 20 of us, And he goes, okay, you guys are gonna get on, either walk and bend over, or you get on your knees, or you're like you're kind of like in the squat position, kind of walking, and on the ground, on the grass, he's all like, see, you know how everybody has a grass, I figure, you see that weed growing up, you know, and so you got to get rid of the weed, but you also got to get rid of, you don't just pull it, because if you pull it, it's gonna break, and the roots are still gonna be in there. So what happens? The roots are still in there, so that weed is gonna, weeds are hard to kill unless you use that weed killer, and then it just pretty much dries up, kind of. So basically they give you a tool. You can find it at any store, like Walmart and stuff. It's like a fork, but it's only got two little things on it. Yeah, so it got like two little things on it. So basically with that fork, they pretty much give you a little training. Like, see this, they show you the weed. You stick that fork like right where the weed is, and you go down, and then you lift up, pops the everything, the roots and everything comes out complete, But it's a pretty handy tool, I mean, if say, I mean, I've done it at my house where by hand, where you pull the whole weed out. But the only time when that weed will really like come out completely is if the ground is really like, if you soak it, real wet, so then it's loose, the dirt. Because once the dirt is dry, or like that, it's because when we go into that grass, they haven't watered it, so the grass, I mean the dirt, it's not dry, but it's good enough to hold the weed in there. So our job is to take out all the weeds, so that way when they because then the machine comes, they have this, I watch the way the machine does, it comes in, and it just like it cuts the grass, it goes all the way down to the dirt, so it has about that much dirt, and then grass, the grass is trimmed, because they cut the grass, they got a big lawnmower that goes through and cuts it a length always. So it's not that much sticking out, but it's like, it's like looking at a football field, like the Super Bowl, the football field, all nice and green, beautiful. That's pretty much what it is. We're it's big money. People want a nice lawn, no weeds. It's like boom, from one day to the next, you got a lawn. Nice and green and beautiful. No weeds on it. But then now if you have, weeds anywhere else and wind, of course, what's gonna happen. It's gonna land on your grass, and here it comes, more weeds. So you gotta keep up on the weeds, and then those little flowers, It's funny because I remember when I had grass in where I lived, we had a nice green grass, and then some weeds started popping up. Weeds, they have flowers, they're real nice, and then they have a lot of little seeds on the flowers, And then it was funny because my son, he was I think he was like about 5 or 6 years old, and he used to go out in the grass, and he'd get the flowers, and that, and he played with them, but he, what that does basically, it starts spreading the weeds all over your grass. Pretty soon you don't have just one. I mean, man, I remember one year, it like I look outside, the heck, I got like a jungle growing out there, weeds, So yeah, I mean, I went over there, and I start pulling those weeds, and then spraying them, they'll dry up and die. They have some stuff. Doesn't kill the grass, but it does kill the weeds. And basically, you spray it on the leaves, and it sucks it into the weed, and it it just goes all the way down to the roots, so it all dies. So we're there we are, getting the weeds off that lawn, that grass, But then this is like 6 in the morning, and it's kind of like, I think it was already, I think it might have been January, February, but still up north, it's cold in the mornings, but there's frost. So, you couldn't really get on your knees. Pretty soon your knees are going to get all wet from the frost. So basically you're going back and forth with your foot, because you can't see the grass because it's all white. So then you just kind of go back and forth with your foot, and then you're like, oh, okay, there's a weed, and then you do with that tool, pop that weed out, throw it in your bag, So here we are, and then there's this one guy, all he's doing, I think it might have been 1 or 2 guys. They're like foremen. They're in front of us, and they're like, come on, guys, come on, everybody, because you're not just gonna. They're keeping an eye on you, you don't just I'm there. You better work, or else they'll, that's what, we don't need you to go on. So you're pretty much pulling weeds, and I mean they had like, we're talking fields and fields of weeds. I mean, grass that had weeds in it, because there's weeds everywhere else. And the wind would pick up, drop off that weed, and then so as soon as the grass got pretty much, it's nice and strong, where it's not going to die if they cut it. And basically they had enough roots already in that dirt, because I mean the dirt that they would cut it with, it was about the grass and all, it was about that thick, and so the machine would cut it, and then after the machine would cut it, somebody would roll it up, and they would put it on pallets, little roads, and then get another pallet, just keep going, and then pretty soon there was another field, we did another one, we just kept going, got to the end, and then sometimes you find that, another thing is, you're supposed to, sometimes it was like little rocks, like little stones, or whatever, you find those away. Well, there was some young kids, they're working there, and kids, they don't think, I was in my 20s, but there was some kids there like much younger, maybe 18 or so. So the thing was, so then one of these kids, he thinks it's a smart thing to do, because at the end of the fields, there was a road, the two-lane highway. And this kid, he thinks, I'm gonna toss a rock, that way. Well, what happens? He throws, it wasn't a big one. I mean, it was pretty good size, I guess. He throws it, and maybe a couple minutes later, 10, 15 minutes, we have the sheriff department out there. The heck, what's going on? We didn't know all of this, And here comes the sheriff department. Hey, they're like, hey, we had somebody, a vehicle, the windshield. I guess they hit the windshield, cracked the windshield. You know, and I guess it was a pretty big stone because the sheriff had the stone with him, and then it's all like, yeah, this is the evidence. He goes, yeah, we're gonna. They're like questioning everybody. Hey, you know who. And of course, nobody's gonna say anything. You're stupid. You don't want somebody get pissed off at you and then end up going after you. So I don't know. I didn't even know what was going on. Until the sheriff got there. And everybody's all like, we don't know. Nobody. Even the foremen, I guess, they weren't looking either. So they didn't see, because I think they might have went like I think it might have been like when we were taking a break, so they might have took their break or something. And so the sheriff, so they got pretty much everybody's names and stuff like that. Well, we're gonna fingerprint the stone and find out who did it. I'm like, yeah, to myself, I said, yeah, right. The funny thing is, we all had gloves. We all had gloves on, so I don't think there's gonna be any fingerprints on that stone. So it's like, yeah. Good luck with that, I said to myself. And then the sheriff left, and then yeah. I mean, later on, you find out who the idiot was, that did it. I didn't think I was going to hit anything. And I guess it was more than one that were doing it. They were like tossing it, seeing how good. They were just like seeing it, who could throw it the farthest. They found out somebody did throw it pretty far. Oh man! So we did that. I did that for about a couple of weeks. And pretty soon pretty soon that job kind of yeah, pretty soon that job finished. So then I said, gotta start looking for another job. So then we moved. Let's see. And then we moved because we were living in a condo, and then we ended up got evicted. It's like thanks to my dad. He was a truck driver, but he was supposed to be paying the rent. We didn't know. I mean, I was paying all the other bills. Paying the gas, the water, electric, telephone, and food and stuff like that. But he was supposed to take care of the rent. I mean, we didn't know who the rent was. It was some guy that he knew. In fact, the guy was a sheriff that owned the condominium. So we were there. We were there, I think 6 months, and my dad only paid 3 months. So we got an eviction notice. And even the guy came to the house. He was the letter. I'm sorry, vacate the property. What? Oh man, so what do you mean? Well, because he didn't pay the rent. He didn't pay the rent. I would have known. I mean, I would have paid the rent. I was making pretty good money. So I'm like, well, okay, I guess so. So we didn't have a lot of furniture and stuff. It was a two bedroom, two-story condominium. And so we ended up, okay, well, we got to put everything in storage, so it's like, okay. And then it's like, okay, we'll have to just put everything in storage and then we'll find another place. So then he's all like, okay, well, can't find a place right now. So what do? He puts us in a motel, pays a monthly price for a motel. So then, we're there, hey, got linen and everything, so like, okay, don't have to worry about the bed sheets or anything like that, And this was a motel, had a full kitchen. So it had a refrigerator, had a stove, pretty much everything you needed, kind of like a little apartment. But then this one was, it's only one bedroom and then the kitchen area and the bathroom. And then the bedroom, had basically just two beds, it was my mom, my brother, and me. And then my dad, he would just come, some days, sometimes he was gone for days. He would just come, give us some money, for the whole month. So just in case, and then plus I was doing little, work, here and there, and then so I went to go look for work, So I go to the unemployment office. That's right, because I had worked enough, so I was basically getting unemployment. So I was getting a pretty good check, every 2 weeks, like $200 something every 2 weeks, this back in the 80s, so it wasn't that bad. So here I am, doing trying to find a job, this and that, and finally unemployment. I was, God knows. Right now it's snowing. There isn't any jobs, and this was like in getting like Thanksgiving time, November. So then she goes, you know what? I do have one. I don't know if you want to do it. And it's only, it only pays minimum wage. But it is 40 hours a week. And it's 40 hours a week. Let's see, I don't know if you're gonna like it. Well, what is it? She was it's working at Kmart. Oh, okay, Kmart. That's good. Yeah, but it's you're gonna be Santa Claus. Like Santa Claus. Oh, okay. I'm like, sure, why not? I'll be Santa. What the heck? They go. So I told them, I go, well, do I need a cost? No, they provide everything. She said they provide the Santa outfit, everything. You just gotta. I think they said the only thing that they do require is that you wear black shoes. Shiny black shoes. Okay, I got some black shoes I can wear. So I show up, this is November, so I show up to the Kmart, and they go, yeah, I'm such and such person, oh, okay, I'm here for, oh, all right, have you he's all like, "Have you ever done this before?" I go, "No." I mean, what do you want me to? What basically do you want me to do? Well, basically, you're going to be sitting pretty much the whole time. You can get up and kind of stretch it at any time, but basically, you sit at in a chair. They had an area with presents and trees, kind of where the Kmart had all the Christmas trees and stuff. And so then they give me the costume, and have the, I didn't need. They even give you like a padding if you needed it, but I wasn't huge, I was a little over 200 pounds, but I fit the uniform, as they said. Came with the belt and everything, and then the shoes. Basically, it was like this plastic covers that would go up over your. You would put the plastic cover over, and then you put your shoes on it. Stay on there, because it would like go over your shoe, kind of like, and it would look like a boot kind of. So, and then then you had the hat, and then I had glasses, different kind of glasses. They were like metal glasses, So and then I had a full beard, and they would give me that, and they would give me like a little area, like a little, I guess a storage room with a table and a chair. I would go in there and I would change into my costume, So then the I'd go out there, sit down, and people come, they were allowed to, basically take a photograph, if you wanted, and it's like, oh, okay, I'll can I take a picture, yeah, and then I was handing out candy canes, and basically I would, oh, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and then the little kids come up, I was handing out candy canes, when nobody was over there. I kind of walked the store a little bit, and hand out candy canes, and then there was I remember there was this one kid, saw the candy canes, and I'm like, yeah, here. And then it's like, no. And then the parents said, no, I'm sorry, we don't believe in that because we're Jehovah's Witnesses. I mean, it's just, well, can she have a, she doesn't have to believe in me. It's just a candy cane, it's like, why don't you, at least you can have the candy cane. Oh, yeah, okay. So I gave her the candy cane. And, so then, gave her the candy cane. And, so she was happy. And then I go sit down again in the chair, and then, all right, let's see who's next, and then, more people came, take more pictures, with the kid, sitting on Santa's lap, and they would ask me, oh, so where's the reindeers and Rudolph? Oh, I go, they're on the roof of Kmart, they're upstairs, can we see them? I go, no, because they're up there, and, kids believed it. And then you had those kids that, were like, oh, you're not the real Santa. And I'm like, oh, okay, well then, you know what? I'm not gonna. I won't get you another doll then. Oh, no. I guess you are. They believe. And then you get the adults. It's like, oh, Santa. I want a Mercedes or something. Oh, well, yeah. If you can afford it, you'll get one. And then I had one parent. He came with his daughter, and he's all, hey, can I get a picture? Yeah, sure. Because she was, usually it was a bunch of little kids, and the little kids, they were, the little kids were there like, they were small,
They weren't that heavy. So then this girl, he brings his girl, his daughter. She's like 17 years old. Goes, yeah, I already have a picture of her when she was like 5 years old. I want a picture now as an adult. I go, sure, sure, why not? So she sat on my lap, and then the dad was gonna take the picture, and then it's like, huh, geez, it doesn't work. and and he's all like, oh, I think the batteries are dead. He goes, oh, don't move. He goes, I'll be right back. He goes into the store and go buy batteries, and she's like, I'm like, okay. And then finally he shows up, and then he takes a picture, and then that was it. And then when I used to go on my lunch, and or my breaks, I'd go into the break room, you know, with the employees, and then all the employees, and then I would stay in costume, I wouldn't take the nothing, I wouldn't take it off or anything. So all the employees, they were like, hey, you know what? You're such and such. I go, no, yeah, you're such and such, because they thought it was an employee that already worked there in the store that was doing it, but they couldn't tell because of the beard and stuff. So they're like, no, you're such and such a person. And no, no, no. So they were trying to guess, and then some of the employees went over there, and then they're like, hey, we're gonna sit. Two employees sat on my lap, and then they took a picture also. I mean, everybody had a good time. And I did that for November, and then to December. And then the funny thing is, there was my grandmother. Well, if you look at my other videos, I talked about my grandmother. She used to have foster kids, and then when they get old and they move away, and when I was up north, at the Kmart, all of a sudden this guy comes in. He's in the store, and then I look at him and I go, "Is it him? Yeah, it is him." So I say his name, and he's all like, "What the heck?" He looks at me, and it's like he's a Santa. Santa knows my name, I'm like, and then he's all like, "Hey, how do you know my name?" I go, "Hey, I'm Santa. I know everybody's name." But I knew him, so it was funny. But he was all like, "Oh," you know. So he's all like, but yeah, that was a fun thing to do. Play Santa. Did that for 2 months. Then pretty much till up to Christmas, and then that was it. They're like, yeah. And then at Kmart, the way they used to do it back then, I don't know if they still do it. They would give you your paycheck, but see, they would basically cash everybody's paycheck for them. They wouldn't charge or anything. So it was great. They would give you cash, and they would give you your paycheck stuff. Because what they would do, every all day they would be collecting the money from the whole store. So you just basically just signed your check, and then they would pay you cash. So that way they didn't have, in case they got robbed, they had checks more than anything, because the cash, they're paying the employees cash. So you get your envelope, with your check stuff. So it was like, oh, don't even have to go to the bank or anything. Yeah, that was the good thing about that. But yeah, it was a good time. Let's see who we had in. Who we got? Who do we have in here? We had Sean, uh, Manuel's Gallery, Ariel, Nicole, Ariel, Meg, Bang. Let's see. Meg. Let's see. Supreme Gecko. Hey, Wally. How's it going? Thanks for coming in. Let's see. K.A. Bang. Let's see. Let's see. Who else is in here? Adeline. Hey, how's it going? Hey, Derek. What's up? What's up, guy? How's it going? Just got to work here. almost finishing here. What are you up to? Oh, shoot. Sorry, Derek. Oh, pushed the wrong button. Oh, hey, devilish. Ah, man, I accidentally timed out Derek. Jesus, this. I was trying to do something and I accidentally, instead of pinning his I timed him out. Sorry, Derek. Well, thanks. You can give me a thumbs down or thumbs up. Oh man, this thing. Trying to get the hang of this thing. Well, everybody, thanks for coming. Here at work now. Everybody have a good day, good afternoon, or good evening. You know, thanks for coming, and everybody have a good day. Well, and God bless everyone. And hit the like button, hit the share button also. Subscribe if you're not. Hit that notification bell. Till next time, guys. Have a good one. Bye.